Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be checking out Khabib Nurmagomedov. I hope I'm definitely not pronouncing the name correctly. Definitely. I recently saw some videos of this guy, both interviews and a few highlights I had, and I was very impressed and I really loved what I saw. And I'm really looking forward to this. Nobody told me to check out this video. I'm just checking it out for my own self, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And from what I found out, he's Russian. I heard Russians love alcohol a lot, so yeah, I am with mine. So I heard this guy was very good, was on the level of Conor McGregor at the peak of the UFC, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out. Let's get right into it.
It's the Eagle. This is the champion. This is Khabib Nurmagomedov.
His style of grappling makes him one of the most dominant forces in UFC history. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Eagle.
Woo! Easy.
Nurmagomedov, born and raised in Dagestan, Russia.
Khabib hails from a small district in Dagestan, Russia.
Well, when you see a guy like Khabib Nurmagomedov just run through people in the UFC and you know where that guy's from, you got to go, well, how many more of those guys are over there?
Whoa, he fought with a, he used to practice with a bear.
He began bear wrestling to strengthen
Bear
his
wrestling.
grappling.
Guys, I know most of you that are online, you know this joke about Russians and bears. You know, normally humans are supposed to be scared of bears, but in Russia, bears are scared of humans. That's what I always hear. That's what I used to see online. Is that really true? Like, have Russians found a way to tame bears to a point where bears are actually afraid of humans when it's supposed to be the other way around? That is crazy, man. Like, I used to see all those jokes like, you know, when you have a bear and human encounter, and people will be like, normally people are supposed to say, oh, I hope that guy was fine, that human being was fine. Meanwhile, when it's a Russian, they will say, I hope the bear was fine.
Yeah, that's Khabib grappling with an unmuzzled bear.
He has to be a baby bear, can't be a full-grown bear, definitely.
Trained in judo, sambo, and wrestling.
In all seriousness, Dagestan, Russia, Kenny, for those that don't know, really is a wrestling mecca, and he's just the latest in a long line of talented wrestlers.
The early fights of Khabib's career were only slightly more one-sided than his latter fights.
Slightly more.
As Khabib's next-level ground game was simply too much for the opposition. His father was a Ukrainian sambo champ, a judo black belt, and the national master of sports and freestyle wrestling. All of these skills were imparted to young Khabib. He dominated the national circuit.
Two-time Russian combat sambo champion, two-time world sambo champion. He is known as an internationally recognized sambo master.
Sambo is a very exciting style of martial arts. If you're not familiar with it, combat sambo that they compete in, they wear a jacket, like a judo gi type jacket, but they kick and punch, and they wear headgear.
Becoming a recognized sambo master and two-time world sambo champ.
Nurmagomedov is another one of these Russian fighters who comes from an excellent sambo background.
He carried this skill set into his professional career.
Wow.
But really, from day one, Nurmagomedov has been ready for prime time. So much confidence in his preparation, his work ethic, his team that goes 25 or 30 deep.
He's an outstanding grappler, a very good striker as well.
Woo!
Very intriguing.
Woo!
martial arts style.
Man.
Storming through his first 7 opponents.
And it's one of those things where you see that guy, in the beginning, guys fight him off a little bit, and then as the fight wears on, he just gets more and more dominant. They get more and more exhausted.
Woo. Damn. Look at that leg knock. That leg lock.
But for now, this is the man. This is the most dominant fighter, and I know that's a big statement, but I feel very comfortable saying that statement.
Strengthened by his environment, the ferocity of Khabib's training had grown into a local legend. Substance over style. The methods of Khabib are not glamorous.
What the hell?
So Khabib comes in, he's got 5 guys. What the workout is going to be is one by one, Khabib is going to work out with each guy until each guy gives up.
Wow.
My coach said the workout was 90 minutes. The first guy was the most talented guy, made it 20.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Watch how long it takes this camera guy to show us the round number.
This is just so funny. Like, these videos, when they see incorporate this kind of thing in the videos, I've watched videos like that before. It's so funny. Like, we all know why the cameraman did not show us that. We all know that. We all know the reason, right? You know the reason. You know the reason why.
Boom, perfect timing.
Nurmagomedov.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Ferocious guy.
Khabib's training turned him into a relentless pressure machine.
Yeah, his grappling is literally on another level. It's completely advanced. When he grabs a hold of guys, you see talented grapplers. Guys along those lines just get dominated.
From the opening horn, he attacks, bringing his opponents to the ground, then emptying their tanks.
Eight rounds against different guys, finishing different guys, only losing 1 round, taking fights on short notice, taking on former world champions.
But man, Nurmagomedov is just relentless here. And it's all technique, Mike. I mean, he's obviously very strong as well, but his technique is stellar. He's always in the correct position.
Из Дагестана встречайте Khabib
Nurmagomedov!
Breaking one fighter after the next, building a perfect 16-0 record.
Dude, stand up, stand up.
On the ground.
Was he tired? He couldn't stand up again.
For joining the UFC.
and your winner by tactical knockout victory, Khabib.
At every picture of Khabib right after his fight, like when his hand is being raised, there is never a mark on his face.
There isn't a lot of flash in Khabib's training. Grueling distance runs. Altitudes of 2,000 meters above sea level. Often in freezing temperatures. It's old school, time-tested, hard work. But the results of this training speak for themselves.
Ice water, basically.
Well, Kenny, just as he did at the weigh-in, Khabib Nurmagomedov really attached to that U.S. and UFC debut and has never fought in a cage before. So certainly expect some sort of adjustment period as Nurmagomedov gets his first taste of the octagon.
Yeah, all of his fights have been in Russia. He's used to the ring, and it is very different. As we know, just the strategy of not being able to sprawl fully against the cage.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
He was a different kind of beast.
But Nurmagomedov just mauled him. Mauled him.
And this could be bad news for Shalarusin.
Whoa! That's it. So the UFC and US debut for Khabib Nurmagomedov goes according to plan. Welcome to America.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
Can you imagine when you have the chance to fight at the biggest stage for the first time? Can you imagine the nerves that you have to go through? Like, he loses his matchup. Who knows what happens? Maybe his career doesn't take off. Maybe he has to go back to Russia, you know, which is not really a bad thing at the end of the day. That is his country, so he can still compete there. But maybe he wouldn't have made as much money as he has made in his career. So can you imagine the nerves that someone has to have when you have that chance to perform at the pinnacle of your career, where if it doesn't work out, it may be done. So and this doesn't happen only in boxing or fighting sports. It can happen in soccer, it can happen in basketball, anywhere. When you have that chance to finally compete at the biggest stage, you have to take it. You have to take it, or you are not going to be great. You are going to be as average as most of the rest of us are.
I don't know what that wig is all about, but he insisted on wearing it in the weigh-ins, and he insists on wearing it here. All I know is that this dude can fight his ass off.
This man is a combat sambo fighter holding a perfect professional record. 18 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
The lovely Brittany, she's an animal. Yes, what's up?
In his next fight, his striking ability was on full display.
Nurmagomedov really leaping in for some of those strikes with that leaping left hook.
Woo!
There's that shot. It was a leaping uppercut, it looked like, with that lead hand. Nurmagomedov really dropping bombs now with those elbows.
And Tavares is all but out here. That'll do it. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Wow. How good is that kid, Ken?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
If you're champion, if you want to be champion, undisputed, undefeated, you have to compete with anybody, you know.
In his 4th UFC fight, Khabib would get into a minor pre-fight scuffle with his opponent.
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Abel Trujillo.
Well, Trujillo put his forehead on the forehead of Nurmagomedov, and Nurmagomedov pushed him off.
Woo.
And there was a lot of tension.
The fight would be a statement for Khabib.
From Las Vegas for UFC 160. There you go. Foxtrot, you ready?
At the official weigh-ins, a lot of bad blood between these two men.
He set the record for the most takedowns in a single fight with 21.
Whoa! Whoa! Damn!
2 minutes on the clock. Going for a ride.
Those bear fighting came in handy. Those fighting with bears came in handy. I just carried the guy and blasted him on the floor.
Tossing Trujillo around a little bit here in the first.
Man, nice left hook in there by Nurmagomedov. But man, Nurmagomedov
Ragdoll just relentless here.
Woo!
Again, takes him down.
13 takedowns in this fight, second most in UFC history.
Abel just put his hands up when he was frustrated. You can't be frustrated. He's getting beat up. See how he did that? Put his hand up like, oh man, what? You can't do that. It's not like the guy's not doing anything. He's kicking your ass. You can't even think like that. That's a mental weakness to even make that gesture.
Whoa, Jesus. This guy is just carrying this guy and blasting him on the floor throughout.
NAIA All-American Collegiate Wrestler.
Yeah,
the guy's already tired.
Special when it comes to grappling.
What the hell? How many times? How many times?
In that fight that you mentioned against Trujillo, Joe, Nurmagomedov turned in a UFC record 21.
This guy would prefer to actually go like this. Fight. Use his hands, use his legs. He would prefer that. But Khabib, like, due to the fact that he trained his pattern of training, he prefers to grapple. He prefers to be holding you like that. And this guy is trying to leave him. He cannot leave him.
On takedowns. Final seconds of the fight.
Whoa! Whoa!
Why not?
Beautiful throw. Trujillo back up to his feet again.
Again?
Down again. I mean,
this guy wants to be able to stand.
Absolutely.
He doesn't allow him to stand.
That we just displayed.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
He moves to 20-0 in his professional mixed martial arts career.
When you see somebody, you know, Jordan in his prime. Nurmagomedov, it was like he was the only one in the cage.
He pig slammed Pat Healy.
Right back on him like a dog.
Whoa! Whoa!
Another beatdown. 21-0.
This guy is mad. Joe Rogan. Damn.
There are grappling specialists, and then there are grappling specialists like Khabib Nurmagomedov. This guy is on another level.
The Eagle has soared to a 21-0 start.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
Here we go. He closes the distance. He's got the clinch. This will tell us a lot here. Can Dos Anjos avoid this?
He loves this. He loves this.
He got it.
This grappling of the thing. He loves
But
it.
look at the way he does it.
Yes.
He's just so strong in that clinch. Khabib takes, oh my God, everybody who's good. Rafael Dos Anjos, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt world champion, ragdolls him.
Damn.
Got the clinch again and drags him to the ground.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov. Presenting the #2 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
Demolishing.
Woo!
Oh. Who he's taken on as well. I mean, this is the absolute best.
This guy loves this. He loves going for those legs. He loves going for your legs and carrying you up and hitting you. These other fighters don't like that. These other fighters want to actually fight, kick, do all that stuff. This guy just goes straight for your legs and tries to carry you and dump you on the ground. This is mad.
Khabib imposed his will.
Woo! Damn. He locked him up and he just
the record.
punching
no one
him.
who's fought in the UFC
Jeez.
has ever started that kind of career like that.
Периодически отрабатывает по корпусу Хабиб. И уже пассивная оборона никак не реагирует на эти удары.
During this time, Khabib suffered a series of injuries that continued to keep him out of the cage.
To your point, was out almost 2 years.
Yeah, it was a long time and a bunch of pretty significant injuries where he couldn't really train that well.
He showed a little rust at the onset.
There was that one moment against Michael Johnson at UFC 205 where Michael seemed to rock him a little bit, and people still talk about that one moment.
Here we go.
Like the one moment where he kind of had wobbly legs.
Whoa! Oh, he tapped him. He hurt him back again. Nurmagomedov is hurt right now. He's wobbly and hurt.
You know, even if you hit him, congratulations. Now you're on your ass. You're getting punched in the face over and over again. You can't get up. You're getting mauled.
And when he gets a hold of people, it almost seems like they're shocked at how strong he is.
And I was opening up.
Well, didn't you hear when he was fighting Johnson?
Yes,
I think,
tell him, give up.
Yeah.
You know, I need that title shot. Give up.
Those bear fighting, he's applying it here. And when you compare the fact that human beings and bears, I mean, human beings are easy pickings compared to bears. You know how to deserve it.
Move, Mike.
You know how to deserve it.
Over, but it looks like Johnson is going to make it to the bell.
Let him win so I can. Damn.
Wow! Unbelievable.
It's when you look at them in between rounds and you see that, like, what am I doing in here? That's when you know.
They're talking to each other. I do not know what they're saying.
Woo!
Big John right on top of it.
I think Big John can stop this fight at any moment.
To your point, yes, he's the most dominant, and I really don't know that we have seen all the skills that he possesses.
Nurmagomedov.
Full mount with the right arm trapped. You notice how he does that all the time? He traps arms.
Damn, look at that. He's trapping that. That is crazy.
He's looking for the overhook. He's tying it up. That's exactly what he's doing. He's turning the corner. He's going to get it right here. This should be it. Michael should tap, or he's going to break his arm. He's going to break his arm.
Hit is all over. Khabib Nurmagomedov moves to 24 and
like this.
Khabib Nurmagomedov just came running over to Dana White and was demanding to get a shot at the title. And after a performance like this, how can you deny this man?
Hey guys, 10 years amateur fighter. 8 years undefeated pro MMA fighter, but nobody catch me.
Next up, the highly anticipated matchup with Edson Barboza, one of the most lethal strikers the UFC has ever known.
Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov!
And against an excellent fighter. People forget, Barboza is amazing.
Amazing.
The way he stays on top, the way he lassos those knees so you can't get away, and then there's just so much punishment on him.
Whoa! He doesn't let you stand up. Like that is his main strength. That strength, that inner strength that he has, fighting bears all that time when he was a child, when he was a boy. That training with the bear is helping him right now. He just presses you down. You cannot move. These guys are trying to stand up. They're like, dude, let me stand up. They can't. He doesn't allow them to stand up. It's crazy.
The Eagle,
We as the fans and as fight fans and as the people know who the champ is if you win the fight. I mean, if you win the fight, you're the champ. To be the man, you beat the man. If you beat the man, it's hard to deny that he's not the champion.
He's just on such another level that the odds of you beating him drop so substantially after the first minute and a half. Like, this is so next level.
At last, Khabib would fight for the UFC title.
And look at this. Just as soon as he gets the ankle, there's no escape. It's a crocodile. He's got a hold of you, and now you're in the water hole.
Beasted him down. Beasted him. And it's amazing to hear the fellow lightweights talk about Nurmagomedov and the reverence.
It's awe. They're in awe of him when you talk about him. They're like, man.
Just tremendous strength and technique. A lethal combination.
Woo! To be great in this sport is hard enough. To be elite is so rare. To be really feared is something special.
Crocodile.
Diving for that single leg.
This man is now 12-0 in the UFC.
But he continues to
look at that guy, blood everywhere.
The best lightweights in the world.
UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov!
Yeah, Quinta is real gangster. He come here. Where's Conor? He want to fight with boss. I want to fight with real gangster, you know.
After Conor McGregor attacked Khabib's bus at a UFC event, he was arrested.
Conor McGregor is crazy. I think I'm going to check him out next. Conor McGregor. I've never followed the UFC like that, but I used to hear about this guy. Even when I wasn't even interested in the sports, I used to hear about this guy. Conor is crazy.
Of course. Long time ago.
It's entirely possible that New York's going to prosecute him.
All right. All right.
He threw a dolly at a car. People got their eyes cut, their face cut.
But the bad blood between Khabib and Conor made for excellent
I just wanna
marketing.
say, I'm thankful to the DA and the judge for allowing me to move forward.
After years of back and forth, a super fight was finally set. Conor versus Khabib.
Man, that must have been crazy. The fanfare, the everything, that must have been crazy. I wonder who won.
Khabib relished the chance to demolish the cocky McGregor.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy.
It was the highest purchase pay-per-view UFC fight ever. As the fans flocked to see if Conor could return from his absence and recapture the title he vacated. However, Khabib was a new beast, undefeated, no signs of a weakness in his game.
I dominated you, I made you quit, I made you tap, it was humiliating, it was embarrassing. It was straight ownage.
Let's talk now.
Whoa! Let's talk.
Conor was unable to stay on his feet, and on the ground, Khabib was in a class of his own.
That is true. If you let this guy take you to the ground, if you let Khabib take you to the ground, it's done. It's over.
All the name calling, all the Twitter yapping from Conor, all the threats, it does not change that.
Look at him. Oh, and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
What is happening?
And he's going right at Dylan Dennis. Mayhem. Oh, no.
Dylan Dennis is the guy that is trying to fight Logan Paul, right? What? What happened?
That right hand, the wayward right hand from a teammate inside the octagon after losing a mixed martial arts fight.
No, that was disgusting. There was two things disgusting. Khabib jumping out of the octagon and attacking Dylan Dennis was foolish. But Khabib's friends jumping into the octagon and attacking Conor, who had no idea that they were there, just jumped on him. It was completely cowardly.
27-0. Undefeated, undisputed UFC lightweight champion. Do you start to put yourself in the conversation as the greatest fighter of all time, Khabib?
This is the main event of the evening.
With that, we are underway. Khabib Nurmagomedov in the black and gold. Dustin Poirier is in the blue with gold. Poirier is feeling that famed Nurmagomedov pressure.
During his career, Khabib has taken on all comers.
Big elbow from Khabib.
He is rarely challenged, controlling every moment of the fight. He's already made the case for greatest fighter ever. But over the next few years, he has a chance to cement it.
Wait, are you telling me that this guy has never lost? What? Is he on pizza?
Oh, he's under the neck.
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Tap.
Nurmagomedov under the chin. There's the tap. Khabib Nurmagomedov, 28-0. Incredible. Absolutely incredible the way he dominates.
Still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Man, this guy was so good, man. Or is this your fight?
Khabib's father passed away shortly after this fight.
Нам неизвестно, сколько человек проживет. Мы должны быть готовы сегодня, завтра, чтобы нас понесли, хоронить. Мы должны быть готовы к этому.
True.
Ничего страшного в этом нет.
The man who had shaped and built the greatest fighter in UFC history was gone.
Because having your father in...
I actually thought Conor McGregor was the greatest fighter in UFC history. I didn't know that this guy was better than him. I didn't even know about this guy.
your corner as somebody there to drive and motivate you, but also the ultimate problem solver should one come up, and now that falls to you. Just like that. One day you wake up and you got to figure that out on your own.
The bond between father and son cannot be overstated, and there was doubt if Khabib would ever return. But Khabib knew his father wouldn't want him to back away from his final fight. With a heavy heart, Khabib arrived at Fight Island with his 29th victory in sight.
A lot of people call me pound for pound #1 fighter. I want to be like most dominant fighter in UFC history. This is my dream.
This is the main event of the evening, live from UFC Fight Island in Abu Dhabi.
He fought in his father's memory. He fought like the best fighter on the planet.
Right into the full mount. I mean, that was a fantastic transition with a lot of time.
And as he had done...
Look at how he turned from punching to grappling like in 1 second. Less than 1 second.
28 times before. He beat and broke his opponent down. And captured another victory. 29-0. It was an emotionally charged moment for the Eagle.
And still undefeated and the UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Khabib
Nurmagomedov.
He retired immediately after the fight.
Great. That means he retired undefeated. I love that. Like, I'm not really a fan of athletes hanging around, embarrassing themselves when you start getting old. 31, 32 for a fighter, that is kind of old. So it's good. Great.
When UFC called me about Justin, I talked with my father, my mother, 3 days. She don't know I go fight without father, but I promise her it's gonna be my last fight. And if I give my word, I have to follow this.
be great in this sport is hard enough. To be elite is so rare. To be really feared is something special.
I dominated you. I made you quit. I made you tap. It was humiliating. It was embarrassing.
Nurmagomedov really dropping bombs now.
So next level.
Walking away as the undisputed baddest man on the planet.
Damn. Wow. Man, that was an event. That was an absolute event. Man, that was crazy. This guy was incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. I don't even know what to say. Seriously. Like, this guy was incredible. His fighting with the best when he was small, when he was a child, really helped him in his career. Like, because most of the time, he subdues his opponents by grappling, not basically the punches or the kicking, the grappling, subduing them. Just basically the way he used to fight with bears, he translated it to fighting with humans, which basically makes humans have no chance. Really. Man, that was great. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you're a fan of Khabib, do you agree? Is he the greatest fighter of all time? I know the UFC doesn't have the same prestige as boxing does. At least from what I know, the UFC or MMA doesn't really have that level of prestige like that boxing does have. So maybe due to that fact, you cannot call him the greatest fighter of all time, but he's definitely the greatest MMA fighter of all time. From what I've seen, the guy just dominates. Dominant. Like, nobody was even close to him. You know, for at least the fights I have watched. No, the fights were close. Seriously. So, this was great. Hope to see you guys next time. I'm going to be checking out Conor McGregor. I know Conor McGregor, he beats Conor McGregor, but Conor McGregor, I knew about him since 10 years ago. Even when I was not even following, I didn't even know anything about any of these sports. So I'm really looking forward to checking out Conor McGregor, and I hope to see you guys there. See you on the next one. Peace.